In my last video, I did a large abstract on location by the seaside. Now I'm at Charles Rummel Park, close to my home, where I walk Lake quite often and enjoy the peace and serenity of this nice park. And I've just come back from a teaching cruise where I taught watercolor on board the Cunard Queen Victoria, which was really rewarding. And it was just really nice to paint something really small. As I took my little paintbox and paper with me on some of the excursions, it was really nice to have quick little expressions done on location from my trip. So some of these little watercolors were done right from the ship, like looking over at Rhodes before I left. And others were memories of the street scenes, like in Mykonos, and gestures of the sailboats passing by. And then just the abstract expression of the colors I felt there, the joy and vibrancy of the Mediterranean, and sharing my knowledge with the students in the class. And they had fun doing little abstracts too, so it was really nice to see what they were able to do. And sometimes things don't work out and, you know, they were just practice. And other times they do, and you may just want to fix them a little bit. So I'll show you how I might sort of lift a few little highlights off this little piece and then do a little watercolor here in the park. Okay, this little scene of Sarandi in the background here as we're leaving that destination ended up being a little dark, oversaturated with color. So I just want to show you that with a moist brush you can lift away some paint, and then you just wipe it on a tissue because you'll see how much paint is there. And so have a clean brush, wet it again, and you can lift one more time, but after that I wouldn't disrupt the paper fibers any further by rubbing through anymore. So to lift, we just want to rub the bristles of the brush gently into the pigments and lift them out. And that's how you can bring back some light into watercolors that have been dried. And even in the clouds, you can just soften some edges and then transfer that blue elsewhere, so you can actually reuse some of the pigment from your watercolor and get back a little bit of light. And now I'll just let this dry and look at it again. If I wanted to add a few more little gestures onto the rocks to saturate them more, just little glazes over some of the areas to bring some more darks out. That's how you get a little bit more saturation and glow into your work, by just getting some pigment and bringing some extra pigment over the initial washes that you did. And that's how you can intensify the saturation of a little watercolor.